Alrighty. Well, that intro sure was laggier than usual.
Was it that laggy?
Yeah, it was pretty laggy. I did not know. I wonder if it's in a different codec than I thought it was, because exporting it to a different codec makes it laggy. I want to see what it is.
Aloha.
Aloha. Yep, that would explain it. It is in the animation codec. I need to export it to an H.264 in order for it not to be laggy from now on. All right, not a big deal. Hello, everyone. I hope everyone had a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holiday, and we're coming up on a Happy New Year with our New Year's Eve stream here.
Yep.
So,
already people are like saying hashtag laggy intro.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. I'm going to go and share this to the Facebook so I can get this going on.
Are we live?
Yes,
Yes,
we are live. The live stream.
Hello. Hello,
Yep.
Internet land.
I'm just posting it to the Facebook now so we can get some more beeps in. Boopity boop. Boop. We are live. Cool. Now that is shared there. I'll go to Twitter.
Any breaking news for reboot fan base for MLaaTR?
Is that a question? On the
Yes.
Let's see. Well, we are in we are about halfway through voice acting. So for season 4, that's good. We're about to kick into gear all about animatics and animation and everything like that. So that's also good. We're currently trying to fine-tune our animation process. We're doing a bunch of animation tests and stuff like that to help us out in that process. We're trying to figure out the best way to do it, like in terms of speed and in terms of animation quality. We're trying to find the correct way to do it. We've been experimenting so far with hand-drawn primarily. I think the next stage is that we're going to experiment with a few puppets and see if that'll help us at all. If not, we'll drop it. We are still not going to be having any animation tweening, though. Puppets and tweening are not the same thing. But, yeah. I don't know what else to add to that.
Tenno Hack asks, hey guys, did you find any voice actor for Vexus yet?
Nope.
And how is your vocal modulation? Adding effects to voices and stuff.
I'd say it's pretty decent. I can pull up an example here, and that I'm spoiler alert, I guess not spoiler alert, but I mean, well, I am during our casting call thing, we did the vote system and everything like that, and I'm just pulling this up for example. I won the vote for XJ8, so I'm playing XJ8, ironically enough. But and I want to show you our vocal modulation. So just give me 1 sec. I'm pulling it up.
And while we're at it, I don't know if UT is asking, who is the voice of Jenny and how accurate is her voice?
Well, I cannot give away, other than myself, people who are voicing what, because that is out of respect to the voice actor and actresses. I can only give away myself and what I'm voicing. So I can't give away who is playing Jenny. I can say that that I personally think she's a very good pick. She sounds really close to me, in my opinion. So yeah. Let me see. All right, I found an example of our vocal modulation. So here we go. This is an example of how so think of my voice, and then we put it through this vocal modulator, and we come out XJ8. If it'll play. Come on, QuickTime. You can play now.
Jeopardy music plays in the background.
All right, yeah. Let me bring it into Audacity since QuickTime's being not being buggy. Okay. Bump up the volume. And here we go.
Will Mistress be joining us?
Our differences could prove beneficial when applied to appropriate areas. In total, you are viewing the objective too depressingly.
So yeah, that's a vocal modulator right there. I hope everyone could hear that. Did everyone hear that?
Wow, I don't know what he said. So I'm guessing it worked.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess so. Alrighty then. So,
Apocalypse says sounded great. So that means
cool. Very cool. All right. So this time around. So, okay. So let's kick it off here. We got about 2 people here so far. I'm pretty sure more people will join in when we get going. But in the meantime, we can kick it off with doing our good old, our drawing competition contest thingy that we draw wacky and zany things. And I also thought when the time comes that I thought it'd be really cool to check out our process when it comes to making posters and stuff, and backgrounds and everything. I thought that'd be a cool. We don't have a lot of giveaways to give today. We gave them away. We gave a lot around Halloween. So if you want a good abundance, go to our Halloween stream. But in the meantime, we will be giving away this time around just a few select things. But one of those things is that we're going to go over some of our processes here when we're making our series. So in the meantime, though, I'm going to open up my Photoshop, and I encourage everyone who wants to participate in this drawing thing to open it up too. And the way this happens, for those who don't know, is that we each give each other drawing prompts, and then we take those prompts, and the prompts have to be broad enough to allow for artistic interpretation. So it can't be like, draw Danny Phantom and Jenny crossing over. It's got to be more like, draw an early Nicktoons cartoon crossing over with Jenny. And then if it just so happens to be Danny Phantom, then yeah, that's the artist's interpretation. It also has to be PG, et cetera, that sort of thing. So I'll just go down the line here. Of course, as always, Jonas, what is your prompt for Nick?
My life as a teenage robot, any character of your choice, crossed over with a, let's say, Pokemon character.
Okay, sounds interesting. XJ9 any teenage robot character crossed over with any Pokemon character.
That is correct.
All right, Nick, what is your prompt? Yes, sounds fun. Nick, what is your prompt for me?
Draw one of the cross cousins looking like one of the OS tons, or was that no? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know. Ideas, right?
I can't be too specific because of what happened the last time.
I just realized I'm echoing. I'm sorry.
Draw Jenny at a party.
All right, Jenny at a party. Okay. And my prompt for Jonas is you have to draw any teenage robot character that is not Jenny, because the reason for it, taking the role as Santa Claus, because we just had Christmas. And the reason why I say not Jenny is because because Jenny has that Santa suit. And that'd be too easy. So it can be any teenage robot character. Sheldon, Vexus, Smitus, Wakeman, Brad, anybody. Just taking the role as Santa Claus.
Santa Claus. All right.
All right. So going down the line, Jonas's prompt is to draw any teenage robot characters as Santa Claus, other than Jenny, because Jenny already had that Santa suit. Nick's prompt is to draw any teenage robot character crossing over with any character from Pokemon, and my prompt is to draw Jenny at a dance party. All right, so we have about until the 32-minute mark to draw our pictures, and in the meantime, when that happens, I'll be keeping a close eye on the comments stream, so I will be answering questions as they pop up.
Eric just showed up. Eric just showed up.
Hello.
Welcome to our party.
We're in the middle of a drawing contest. We just started, so if you want to join in,
Nice. Oh, okay.
if you want to join in, I'll give you a prompt real quick. But if not,
Okay, this is short notice, but yeah, that works.
All right. Short notice prompt. Draw. Let's say Vexus.
Oh, geez.
Let's see. Draw Vexus is as if she was the villain in a different movie, or franchise. She's the villain of a different movie franchise instead of Teenage Robot. Okay. Let me get mine. All right. So as I said before, everyone on the stream, go ahead and ask questions. I'm going to keep a close eye on it as I'm drawing here. Shoot, PMP does MLaaTR stuff. Will season 4 or 5 be written in the more serialized format like the last season of Samurai Jack was? Yes and no, actually. The majority of the series will take the form of the classic Teenage Robot series, where it's kind of a Monster of the Week situation. But that is not to say that episodes will not be based off one another. If something serious happens in one episode, it's going to carry over into the next. Like if, say, Tuck breaks his arm, that's gonna carry over to the next episode. It's not just gonna heal back up instantly. It's gonna have repercussions. And as the series progresses, it will venture from that Monster of the Week situation into the more serialized format. Like it'll just kind of gradually sink its teeth into the serialized format as the series goes along. Tenno Hack asks about, did you receive any audition from me and deny it, or did you actually not get the audition because I didn't get a yes or no? I actually need to go in and I look at a bunch of auditions. The holiday rush has prevented me from looking at them all. That's on my to-do list. So if you haven't received a notification yet on whether or not you're in the crew, well, actually, see how I accept people in the crew is that if you are accepted, you get a notification back, and if you're not accepted, it's just kind of like a blank slate. That's just how usual auditions work in the real world, from what I've experienced. You don't get a call back, you're not in, but that doesn't mean you can't audition again if you don't get a call back. So don't worry about that. If you don't get a call back after a few weeks, send in another audition and try again. It's not like a no, and you can never be back. It's more of a just like, try again. What are all your favorite episodes from the series? My favorite is Cluster Prime. What are your guys' favorites?
Oh, geez. Probably the one with the dream chip.
Ah, okay.
Because like they change art styles like 4 times.
Yep, that was pretty cool. I agree.
Basically for me, I think like Cluster Prime as well.
Cool.
I didn't like just one episode. I liked kind of towards the end when she was progressively maturing, I think you could call that. I just like that story arc that was starting to kind of build towards that final season before our little reboot.
Hmm.
All right, so there we go. Will this series end up on TV? Nope.
No.
Unless Nickelodeon just decides to hire us all, which is highly unlikely, then no. It's
Yes, Nickelodeon, if you're watching this.
Yeah. Yeah, and Viacom, if you want to start an official thing, I mean, we're all open to that conversation.
It's okay. But, honestly,
But no, if the things go as they've been going now for a couple of years, excuse me, it's just going to end up on YouTube.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Ooh, man, I'm missing a lot of questions.
when will the reboot come out?
As soon as we're trying quick. We can't give a specific date, of course, like we've said before. We're just trying our best to make it as quick as possible. Really, it's the battle between life and this hobby that restrains us. Really, if it was a day-to-day job, we would.
So, episode 9, Return of the Jedi.
Yeah,
that'll be coming out pretty soon. We're writing the script for that one. And guess what? Harrison Ford is coming back as a space ghost.
Yeah. What am I saying? The reason why it's such a slow process for us is because, again, this is all a hobby for us. We would love it for it to be a day-to-day job like normal animators out there, but that's just simply not realistic for us. That would require us to not only start a Kickstarter so we can like literally not work or go to school, and just focus on this on a day-to-day process, and that is not realistic because not only would that be a red flag for Viacom because that would be us making money off of their property, and on top of that, personal opinion, it might differ to person, but I honestly don't think that Teenage Robot is popular enough to get a multi-$1,000 Kickstarter started. So I don't think that's a very good cause. I'd rather just keep it as we've been doing it. It takes us, unless of course Viacom is watching and would like to hire us all, which
I don't think it'll ever happen.
Yeah, probably won't happen. But in any case,
isn't Rob, or what is his last name? How to pronounce
Robin Teddy?
I think, isn't he like keeping tabs though?
Yes and no. He keeps tabs like everyone else in the public. He looks up on our website and stuff like that. We don't communicate with him. He's just kind of like he's there
in the background watching.
Which, hey, that's cool. If that's awesome. That's just like that's awesome that he checks in every once in a while as a public
defender.
Yeah, I guess a part of the general public. It's just that there's the rumor that he communicates with us is false. Good old smile for working at a party. That mouth looks weird. Try again.
What's our time mark? Just out of curiosity.
1 minute left. That's. I don't think I'm gonna finish. I think she's gonna be like.
I'm already done.
Probably not gonna finish. Oh, yep, I didn't finish. So just like disco. All right. Okay. Pencils down, everyone. We'll check each other out.
I can see you're
Okay.
doing your best on the disco.
Okay, starting with Jonas, we have
Good luck.
Tuck. I think that's Tuck. Yeah, that's Tuck. Going.
Yep.
In Santa Claus, screaming "Ultimate power to the heavens."
With
Oh,
the,
might help with my screen share.
It reminds me of Shazam. It's like I think he looks like he's getting struck by the thunderbolt, and the thunderbolt turning him into Santa Claus.
Let the power of grace go!
Something.
Oh, you have the power!
and that's
Okay.
a present gun
Cool. Oh, that's a present gun.
that I didn't finish.
Interesting. All right, going over to Nick. He went crossover. It's a hybrid. Run for the hills. All right.
Yes, I did a crossover between Jenny and Pikachu for Pokemon.
Yeah. Interesting. And now we have my half completed Jenny dancing with a disco ball that looks nothing like a disco ball.
You tried. You at least tried.
It's better than my present gun.
All right. So, well, and then we'll go back to our Eric, and he was mid.
I did not get very far at all.
Yeah.
So,
What were you going
okay.
for? What were you going for?
So right here, I got Vexus going, and I'm currently looking up a reference for Letterman jacket because she's going to be wearing a Letterman jacket, and we got Sheldon over here, and she's going to be looking at him and saying, "What are you looking at, butthead?"
Oh my
Because she's
gosh,
Biff from Back to the Future.
All right, that's good. That's good.
I like
All right. So that being said, next part of the stream, I thought it would be cool if we showed off how we do things with posters and backgrounds. So that being said,
By the way, you still need to get my poster made.
yep, we got a lot of posters to do that are in that process. Speaking of which, we're gonna talk about that coming up. So I'm gonna open up Flash because that is where we start. I'm gonna open up a new document. Give me 1 second.
I'm over on Clipster Paint EX. I'm going to do some concept art for characters.
All right, and now I'm gonna.
That hopefully will not be spoiled territory, but
Okay, so how it starts out is that we usually start in either Flash or Photoshop. I do Flash, and we sketch out. Basically, say I want to do a background of. Let's go with something simple, that'll be quick to do. Let's do a simple Tremerton background of a landscape where it's like a nice park or something. So we do a quick sketch of that. How we want to set it up.
by the way, we still need background artists. If you are talented artists and if you do layouts of animation and such, we would love to have you on our team.
Yep. So we basically just start off in doing different colors and stuff to represent different layers of different backgrounds. We got like some clouds coming down here. Yep. Right there. And then in the foreground, let's have some. I want to leave room for characters to stand in this area, so I'm going to make it green for the foreground, and I'm going to make it...
Don't forget to put in the happy little trees.
Yep. make it a box, maybe.
Okay, my drawing program is lagging out super hard.
Oh, that's rough.
That's rough, buddy. All right. All right. Maybe this is a playground, so we can draw like maybe a swing set, foreground as well. Really rough sketch. This finalization comes later. Now I'm going to hide the foreground for a second, and I'm going to take a look at that background again. I'm going to add our classic teenage robot trees. Our happy little trees. Their trees are going to be perfect.
Remember, no mistakes.
Yeah.
Yes, there are no mistakes.
Only happy actors.
No, mistakes are unacceptable. That's what I'm saying.
This is basically how all
So
background.
Nate, you're gonna have to grow an afro now.
Oh yeah, because somebody made a comment like, "You're Bob Ross."
You just got to
A
get
happy little swing set.
happy little swing set for all children to play on.
Indeed.
All right, so that's basically it for like the background sketch, and then we would add a new layer, a few new layers to it, and we would go into our line tool, and we would take these backgrounds. Let's focus on the cloud, and we would start basically just creating the line art for it. And I'll turn it off and on just to see where I am. Just basically start doing that. Actually, a better way to do it is to copy and paste it so we can put parallel lines in there. Teenage Robot, for those who don't know, is very, very geometrical. Makes a lot of use of perfect circles, parallel lines, and lines that build off one another and symmetry and stuff like that. Building our cloud puffs. Perfect circles. Like so. There. Another line like that.
I always loved the way they drew clouds in My Life as a Teenage Robot.
Yeah.
Certain little style to it. They also have a different way of. This is just one version of their cloud. There's a different version out there too. Where they it's not as like the line streaks down the screen. It stays on its own in the sky, but it's a different style. All right, now that
there's one that's like a cutout of the sky almost. I think you used it in your teaser trailer, right?
Yes, I did. I used both styles in the teaser. Now we go in and we just delete all the center lines, and we have a cloud. Now that's a very simple way for the cloud. We can also go in and add more detail to it, which should be in style of the show as well. We can go in and we can take this and keep building it. Build this little thing, and then we can continue the curve to make it a little more there, and then we can take that like so. And that's another way of, that's a more detailed way of drawing the cloud. And now I'm going to increase the lines, make it about, let's say 5 pixels. Yeah, that looks good. Square it, meter it, and now I'm going to go in and I'm going to modify this again. I'm going to add a new segment so we can get that nice teenage robot point. That's how you do it. I should mention that I'm using Flash right now. Animate automatically has a tool, a tapering tool, that would eliminate the need to add its 2 different lines like that. But usually that is only done for characters. The reason why I'm doing it for the background is when we bring it into Photos. So basically, after that line art is done for this entire background, everything's refined. Skipping ahead a little bit, everything's refined and everything's completed. We would take, I'm just going to take the cloud, and I'm going to pick a color for it first. Let's close up all the gaps.
Yep. Let's say we're going to color this on a sky that's, let's say, a yellow sky. No, you know what? Let's do something different. Say I was coloring for a red sky, like it's a battle scene and everything's red in the background, everything's intense. The clouds, even though they're going to be on the white side, need to match up with that red background. So we're actually going to color it a little bit of a pink color, like so. Maybe a little bit, tad bit brighter. This is for, again, like, say, a deep red sky, like this color in the background, a deep red sky. And then I'm going to, because the reason why I made this right here is for Photoshop. I'm going to take these lines, and I'm actually going to make an entirely new layer for the clouds, which sounds a little tedious, but it's not that bad. We're just going to select the lines that made this little divot right here. And we're going to copy it, new layer. We're going to paste it right in. Because what this is going to do is that this is going to be adding we're going to add our brush strokes to this to make it less digital and more look like a painting, like the original style of the show. So I'm going to get out of that. I'm going to take the pencil tool one more time, and we're just going to build a little section to color, like so. And it looks like I didn't do anything there, but now that I hide the background, you see that this is now an entirely different puff cloud. So I'm going to delete all the lines now. We don't need them anymore. Don't need those lines either. There we go. So now you can already see it's starting to look like the original show. So I'm going to take both of these clouds. I'm going to get rid of our reference sky just for a sec so I can bring it into Photoshop. Now I'm going to go into, I'm done in Flash. After I've gotten it colored and I've gotten all the line art deleted where I wanted it deleted and kept it where I wanted to kept it, I'm going to export it to a PNG for me. This is mostly how I do it, but it's also representative on how we represent or replicate the show's style here. I'm gonna export the bottom layer. I'm gonna hide that top layer. I'm gonna export this bottom cloud layer as, say, cloud 1 on PNG. I'll just put it on the desktop for now. The width, just keep it small for now. I don't need it huge. Demonstrate.
Me, I'm actually experimenting myself how to do these backgrounds because it'll be a tedious process.
Yep.
I don't think so. I think it's fun to draw in that stylized background style. So is this a question you're answering,
right,
or is this just showing behind the scenes a little bit?
I think this is him doing behind the scenes.
Okay, cool. Are we doing Q&A this time, or?
I'm sure we're still doing Q&A.
There we go. Okay, my computer locked up for a second there. Sorry about that. All right, as I was saying, now that I've exported that bottom layer cloud, I'm going to export this top layer cloud. And even though it looks like I'm exporting a white background, that's not actually how Flash works. When you don't actually have a color on this white background, it'll just export it as clear, transparent. It's just there for reference on how big your canvas size is. So I'm going to export this second layer as cloud 2. And now I'll open up a new Photoshop document. 1 second. Load it. All right. There we go. All right, now I'm gonna reshare different document, this one. Now I'm gonna drag in my clouds. Good and good. Okay, so now we have our cloud here, and I'm going to rasterize them because they always come in smart objects, and we need them to be rasterized. So drag them in to be in the center. Now, the reason why we split up the layers, that is so when we do what we're about to do, let me just again bring in our sky reference. It was more of a deep red sky. Nope, last it was low. Okay, so we had a deep red sky. We are going to go in, and I'm going to take this kind of fade brush. Let me show you what I mean by it. It's kind of a fade brush where it's like fade blurred out. It's just this common circle, and I'm going to instead of normal, I'm going to be dissolve, and what that's going to do is that it's going to make our brush look like this. And that is what we do for the original, get those dry brush strokes from the original show. There's other ways to do it, but that's the most simplest way to do it. I'm going to set the opacity now to about 70 and the flow way down to 37. And that'll be, now it's all spaced out. It's really nice and looking. So now I'm going to go in on that first cloud layer. I'm going to lock the transparent values, so that means I cannot color on the transparent values. I'm going to go, now I'm going to increase the size so I can see what I'm doing. Zoom in, enhance, zoom in, enhance. Now zoom out, enhance. All right. Now I'm going to select this red background. I'm going to make it a little bit more for the color. I'm going to make the color a little bit brighter for my brush itself. I'm going to decrease it just a bit. And now I'm going to do what the show does with its cloud effects. I'm going to go in and I'm going to just lightly sputter it right onto there. And I'm not done yet because I got to go to the cloud. I'm going to find our midpoint, and cloud's color, found the midpoint between the cloud. I'm going to help it out, bridge the gap between these two things. It needs a little bit more help when it comes to this, so it doesn't look like it's so out of place. Go in and just keep on working it. And see, the reason why we had this thing is because I'm turning off the cloud layer we made on and off. That's why we made that, so we don't have to worry about crossing it over when we're drawing with this brush. 1, 2, 3, we have Teenage Robot Cloud, and of course this would be the process for that entire background that I just sketched out, but just for time's sake I narrowed it down to just this cloud. But that being said, that brings me to one thing that we're going to drop here on the stream. I need to finish it on screen, but on stream before I actually upload the full image. But this poster that we've been working on for a really long time is about done. And so
is my poster almost done?
It's the 2 planets poster. It's come up before. It's come up before, but it is now nearing completion. So that is basically how we do backgrounds and stuff for the Teenage Robot Show. So through that whole process, we can create stuff like so. Stuff like this, where it's again,
Man,
it all starts out in flat as a sketch, and that's brought into Flash to do the mathematically refined edges. At least for me, that's what I do. You can also do it in Illustrator. Photoshop doesn't really have those mathematical edges, so that's a little tricky to do in Photoshop. But then it's brought into Photoshop to do the brush strokes and all the finer details. That is what I have to add so far to this. I have to go in and add I need to add a vignette effect on the poster so the edges are darker than the inner. And I also have to go in and add the brush strokes to make it add those dry brushstrokes to help out the poster come to life in a way. So I hope everyone enjoyed our background process, background/poster process there. That is basically what we do when we're recreating the show's backgrounds and stuff.
Groovy.
All right. Now I'm going back up and reading it just to see what questions I missed.
You missed a lot.
I can tell. Fishbowl 2004, will there be any Easter eggs or reference in the reboot? Yes, there will be.
Plenty, yeah.
Sporadically, of course, not. Our rule with reboots and with our rule with Easter eggs and stuff is don't shove them in emotional moments, because that'll take the viewer out of the emotional moment. But yes, there will be other Easter eggs and stuff. That. What is the worst Teenage Robot episode you think, in your own opinions? My personal picks for worst episodes are Preschool Dropout and the Holiday Special. Those are the ones they're not bad, but they're just like, they're not as quality as the other ones, as the other episodes in the show. What are you guys' personal worst?
I'm not a fan of the one where Vexus gives her acne. I feel like that was kind of a feeble, typical teenage plot, and I think they could have done better with it.
Honestly, I have no idea for me. It's like there are some episodes where I feel like I kind of hate, but I don't know. There's just so much.
So many you hate?
No, so many to choose. And I don't know which ones I hate, though. That's the problem.
Think I hate any episodes. There are just some that I like less, you know?
Mm-hmm. Cool. Anyone else wanted to add on that? Any episodes?
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of the Christmas special.
Yeah.
It wasn't great, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's like, it's not because it's like a bad Christmas special. I just like, in pertains to what the show already had. I guess that's where it escapes. Like, it raises a bunch of questions with like, if it was like standalone and like its own little thing, it'd be one thing. But for me, the biggest problem with the Christmas special is ironically how it just fits into the rest of the show, where Jenny is absent for an entire year, and how come villains didn't take over in that span of time, and on top of that, her friends and family were so quick to turn on her. that's where my dislike of it starts to raise. We got more questions. So does anyone else have anything to add to that? With the least favorite Teenage Robot episodes? Are we all
My
done?
least favorite was the Star Wars Christmas special.
Did I say Christmas specials? I meant Teenage Robot episodes. Least favorite Teenage Robot episode. Least add to that.
No, I'm good.
All right. I think we're good. So, any Christian McLaughlin? Oh no, this name again. I'm sorry. Christian McLaughlin. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Any new foes to fight? Yes, there are. We've released a few already. A few of them we're keeping under wraps because we don't want to spoil everything for you guys. We have a lot of ones that we're really excited for that we really don't want to show off yet because we want it to be like a surprise, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So yes, there are plenty of new villains to fight. And ironically, I think Season 4 has more new villains than old villains. Ironically enough.
Well, the concept artists had to have their fun, you know?
Yeah.
That's the best part of being a concept artist, making new villains.
Yeah, and so far the majority of them are one-off villains too. They're just kind of like, hey, we're going to have fun with this guy for this episode, and then we're done with them. Yeah. So then it's not like we're opening up new villains that we need to kill off later on or end later on. It's more just like, hey, we're going to have fun this one time, and then we're going to go back.
So when is Khan coming?
When is what? Oh, Khan.
Oh, that's
when's he gonna make
the third movie.
third one?
That's in the 9th season. That is in the
Alright.
Star Trek crossover.
Okay.
It's really a whole arc of that.
Yeah. All right. So
All leads to that.
Ooh, this is an interesting question. I don't know.
McLaughlin. That's how you pronounce his name. McLaughlin. He
Laughlin.
spelled it out for us.
All right. What are your? I don't know. YT. Jeez, Nathan, come on. What are your favorite songs in the series? I'm gonna interpret that as any song, and I'm gonna say the Cluster Prime intro theme. I love that. I have that on
Pretty epic.
I have that on my phone. I love that instrumental. I don't know, not rescore, but like instrumental orchestral approach to the Teenage Robot theme. I thought it made it really epic and really grand sort of music.
Well, it crosses two of your favorite things. My Life as a Teenage Robot and orchestral pieces, right?
Yes, exactly. What are you guys' favorite songs?
Mickey Momo.
Mickey Momo.
Can we get a sample, Brad? Or
I mean, I guess.
Yeah, it's up to you.
I mean, it's short notice, but
Do it.
I could be ready in like a couple
Don't.
minutes.
all right, well, we'll come back to you then.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see. I really liked The Greatest Day. That was my favorite.
the spontaneous musical, yeah. That was,
I don't even know if I like that too because it's the only John Jenny sang.
yeah, it was just like a spontaneous musical. That's weird. Why isn't this erasing? Oh, it was. It just taken a while to catch up. Okay. All right. Anyone else want to add their favorite songs?
Favorite songs?
Yeah, I
Life as a
interpreted
Teenage
it as
Robot.
either instrumental or lyrical of Teenage Robot.
I think I'm good. I think you kind of mentioned the one that I was shooting at.
Okay.
They, tried the cool orchestral one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool.
I kind of wish, though, that they didn't synthesize parts of that song. But then again, you can't. It's going to be expensive to book the London Orchestra.
Yeah, I think on top of that, I'm fairly certain that the entire soundtrack of Teenage Robot was synthesized, like even down to the opening theme, where it's like I'm pretty sure the opening theme uses a synthesized guitar and drum set in the song. I'm fairly certain. I could be wrong, but I'm fairly certain.
It works with the theme of the show. I mean, if it were organic sounding instruments, it wouldn't fit, right?
I mean, well, I enjoy. I would respectfully disagree to that. I think it'd be it's expensive to do organic sounding instruments. That's where the cutoff is. And with an animation TV show, you're not really likely to see that. Sometimes you do. Like Star Wars: The Clone Wars sometimes had a few episodes where they had big enough budget to hire an actual orchestra and score the episode. Simpsons and Family Guy have live orchestras, ironically.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes the animation budget, or not animation, the budget for music is big enough for the composer to hire an orchestra, but most of the time with animation series, it's not. So, anyone else want to add their favorite songs or
Anything from Lion King.
All right, I guess we'll move on to the next question. Raven Boy 99 asks, which villain from the show is your favorite and most hated? My favorite villain from the show is by far Vexus. And the one I didn't enjoy the most is the weather guy from season 3. I thought he was kind of lackluster.
Mm-hmm.
What are you guys' least and favorites? And favorites, most favorites, least favorites and most favorites.
Well, I love the Mudslinger. I think the Mudslinger is probably my favorite, just because there's a little bit of sympathy there. He wasn't invited to the party and everything.
Yeah.
Not sure if I have a least favorite, really.
Mm-hmm. That's understandable.
I mean, that exosuit thing, I wouldn't say it's my least favorite, but it's the thing that kind of creeped me out a bit.
Oh, I thought that was awesome.
All right.
Wait, what was the question? I'm sorry.
Favorite villains and least favorite villains of the original Teenage Robot series.
Oh, geez. Favorite is definitely Vexus.
Mm-hmm.
At least favorite. Shoot, I might have to go back and look at a list of villains or something.
Ruby Rocket.
I guess so.
Not sure if that counts.
I just think, I don't know. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know.
Chaos Jenny!
Not in the show.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. All right. So, okay. Toon and Boss asked, Jenny had a lot of transforming weaponry with uniqueness on how they worked. Will we see new weapons and insane transformations in the reboot? Yes, we are trying our best.
Yeah, every single... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Ironically enough, in some of the episodes that we wrote, there was... I don't know if this isn't really spoilers or not, but in a lot of the episodes that we wrote, we had fun with the idea of limiting Jenny in a situation where, in the original show, the day was always saved with what she could do. Always, it's like, oh, there's a monster in the town. Don't worry, I got a big gun for that. Oh, there's something coming out of the water. Don't worry, I got a big chainsaw for that. It's like even like when the giant food attacked the town, she had a giant cheese grater in there, and a giant cheese slicer to attack them with. So
cheese grater was used for the cluster robots as well.
In a good handful of the episodes that we planned out, a good handful of them involved Jenny being like, I would use this, but I can't because this, and I have to figure out a different way, a more creative way to do it, to fight this villain. And then that would play out like that. So we do have a lot of cool transformations and stuff planned, but at the same time, a few episodes actually go in the opposite direction and focus on if Jenny couldn't do this specific transformation that would save the day, how would she solve this problem? So we in a few episodes, like I said, we come up with a reason to limit her and put her through a different challenge instead of just
That being said, when we do have transformation scenes, you're always pushing us to come up with new ways to do it, new ideas. So we're trying to up the creativity every time.
Yeah, there's one thing I remember that there's one thing we constantly go over in scripts and stuff. Like I usually make the note when I'm reviewing scripts: too many lasers. Limit the lasers. More creative.
Yeah, the lasers are a bit of a crutch.
We realized that a few months back when we were still analyzing some of the scripts and making sure a few of them were upbeat and everything like that. That a lot of ways Jenny would solve the problem was with a laser. So we were like,
reboot brought to you by Michael Bay.
But yeah. Okay, so next question. Under Ed Sands asks, okay, will we see Jenny's dad? To our understanding, Jenny does not have a father.
Nope.
So most likely not. It's just Jenny's mom, her inventor. All right, so I'm going to go back. I'm going to screw this. Okay, Tano Hack X asks, will you explain Vexus's random redesign as well, how she went crazy and how she and her crazy survived the bomb designed to destroy everything on the asteroid? Well, when Vexus, let's see. First question to answer, no, we won't explain that random redesign in that season 3. I mean, that's kind of past and gone. I don't know. Explain it. If we were to explain it, we would have to be like redo that whole episode and like explain why she has that redesign. I guess like you can. I guess maybe she has that redesign because of the asteroid. Like the asteroid blew up, she was damaged, and she repaired herself. Maybe.
it's kind of all your questions are kind of answered in the original series. Why she's in the crazy state is because she lost all her power on Cluster Prime. I don't know, although I don't know how she survived a bomb designed to destroy everything on the asteroid. That's kind of like, that's just cartoon logic supervillains for you. But yeah, I don't know what else to add to that. Apocalypse asks, will we see Armageddroid or the Exoskin again? Armageddroid, no, because he committed suicide and he's dead. So he just self-destructed. So he's gone. The Exoskin, we have no current plans for that one yet. Work in progress.
Would be cool, though.
Yeah, it would be cool. That random spider dude. Do you think the exosuit is similar to the black suit Spider-Man from the black suit from the Spider-Man comics? Yes, that is actually
like that.
That is exactly where they got their inspiration. That is the inspiration for the exoskin, the black suit Spider-Man. And on top of that, fun fact, they had a part 3 planned of the exoskin, but it was shot down by Nickelodeon because it went too much like that exoskin from the symbiote from Spider-Man, and it started taking the plan is for the skin to take over other people and to threaten to harm them if Jenny did not accept the skin back. And so Nickelodeon was like, that's a little dark, and then they put that on the back burner. So yeah, fun fact for the day there. All right. I missed a lot of questions. I'm going to skim ahead here. Ravenboy99, will Vexus return to Cluster Prime, and we will see the effect of Cluster Prime after the exile of Vexus under a new rule? Eventually, yes. I mean, I don't think that's really a spoiler. That's a plot point that we need to clean up. Jenny promised to go back to Cluster Prime. So yeah, we're eventually going to have to go back to Cluster Prime. So yes, probably. Let's see. Fig Newton asks, will Jenny ever use her crossbow in the reboot? I mean, yeah, definitely. If we find a way to use it, yeah, we'll throw in the crossbow. Squee asks, will you upload any recordings from the voice actors? That is up to the voice actors and actresses, not me. That I only have the ability to upload finished clips of what they have recorded, and finished as in animated, properly sound designed, exported, stuff like that. I cannot upload individual clips and other than my own. I'm voicing a few characters, and I can only do that on my own because I have my own permission. Otherwise, I'd have to get the permission of the voice actors, actresses, individual voice clips, and upload them individually. I am really behind on questions. I'm going to... Morgan Mordock Lundgren, my gosh, asks question, will we ever see Misty again? That is another plot point that we need to solve. So yes, we will eventually see Misty again. We'll eventually see Misty again. Because that is just another plot point that we need to wrap up.
Also, we're fans, so any characters that fans love, we also love and want to include. So yeah, we'll probably address them.
Yeah, precisely. I'm trying to find a nice brush to go with here.
Some really good questions this time.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep up. Bosk asks, when does this reboot take place in canon? 5 days after season 3? Weeks? I wouldn't say there's a specific time when this takes place. It's just kind of like the general, the quote unquote time jump. Not really time jump, but because this is my point. Season 2 to season 3, how there was not really a time jump, and you just keep watching it. That's kind of the same situation. There's not really whoa, it's a year later. It's more like just pop out season 3 and pop out our fan-made season 4. That's in. That's
yeah,
it.
not long enough for anything significant to change.
Yeah. Like, just another day in the teenage robot world. All right, here we go. I wanted to make it a little more paintbrushy like, so I'm adding a little bit more different stroke effects in there. Just so it's not that background sky isn't just so uniform. You can kind of see it's more textured now. Now I'm going to go in and select writer version. Just that there too. There. Sputters here and there. And that painting style to the forefront. There we go. Okay, I'm going to go back into questions now. Ravenboy99 asks, will this season keep with its previous theme of season 3 trying to be more funny, or will it be like season 1 where it had a more tame, more serious theme, or will it be darker and more serious than before? Good question. We are trying to be not as funny and lighthearted as season 3 because it's a common criticism on the crew that among us that we preferred the tone of season 1 and 2 where yeah, it was comedic and funny, but it was a little bit more had the ability to be more emotional, you know. Like with season 3 came along, it was more like everything's fun and a joke, which there's nothing wrong with that. It's just like you can have more fun. Will also become more serious. It'll become more serialized and serious at the same time as the fan-made season 4 and 5 progress.
Did you lock yourself out this time around again? Because Squid's not showing it.
What? What's going on?
What are you talking about?
Oh, never mind. I thought you locked yourself out, or I locked myself out.
Interesting. All right, so I'm just gonna keep on going down the questions. Okay, we gotta pick up the pace. I don't know. YT asked, will the new intro have a nostalgic feel to the original? The new intro, for those who don't know, we're making a new intro. We're not going to have the original intro because not only do we need to make something new to avoid copyright, we have to, we want to throw our own spin on it. Make sure that even though it'll be the same style of the show and everything like else, to make sure it seems different enough to be like, okay, this is like the original show, but just a little bit different because it's a new team. It's an extension of the original show, and the theme song will be an extension of the original theme song. Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. We've talked about this before on Livestream. We have taken the original theme song and added new verses to it. We've extended it to a 4-minute song instead of before it was just a minute. We've added quite a few new verses. And we're going to take one of those verses that we find the best out of all of them, personally, like our favorite, and we're going to put that as our theme song verse. That we'll cut it down to a minute, like the original show, and that'll be our theme verse. It'll be the same theme, where it's like dun 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 dun, same theme, and everything like that. It's just a new verse, and so it'll definitely hopefully be nostalgic enough to the original show. The original show's theme and stuff, and yeah, it'll have a new animation sequence with it, and that'll again keep in line with the original show. Yeah, it's just gonna be like same feel, just new imagery and new lyrics. Okay. Lauren Schuler asked, would anyone like to see a crossover with Jenny and the Iron Giant? That would be cool. We're not going to do it here, but that would be cool.
I feel like
we can work on
Armageddon
that
was
one.
like partially based off the Iron Giant.
Yeah. True. Scrolling down. Ooh, here's a good question that I don't think we've ever answered before. Morgan Murdoch Lordgren. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Question: how many episodes are there going to be in season 4 and 5? Will it be there like other seasons where there's 13 each, and will the amount vary?
There will be, yes, it'll be like the original seasons where it's about 13 episodes each. But and then again, those episodes are split up even further into like 11 minutes. Like each 13-minute or 13 22-minute episode is split up in half into 11-minute half episodes, where it's like that's the main quote unquote episodes. That's what we're doing. But on top of that, there's going to be a few specials where it's going to be the full 22 minutes and stuff, and then possibly even a Cluster Prime sort of type of special where it overlaps 2 22-minute slots, and it'll become a greater special. So yes, like the original series, about the same episode length of the original series, where it's about mostly 11-minute episodes with that come together to form 22-minute episodes, and there'll be 13 of those. Apocalypse asks, will we ever see Kilgore again? Surrender. Yes, you're going to see Kilgore again, because that is a villain that we need to wrap up. For a general, will this character return? There's 2 criteria you just got to think about. 1, we're fans. 2, so if it's a fan favorite, yes, they will likely return. 2, if they have a plot device or a plot sequence or a plot that has not been resolved, such as the biker gang or Misty or Vega or Kilgore, like we just mentioned, yes, they'll probably return, because we got to wrap up those plots. We just got to tie them in a knot and send them off. Mitigated Identity asks, will there be subtle foreshadowings to future returns of Cluster Prime in some episodes? I think that's just a question about foreshadowing in general. Yeah, there's going to be a few times where we foreshadow events that are about to come up in episodes. There's a few times where we already planned stuff like that. So be on the lookout for Easter eggs and foreshadowing. Figurative language, everybody. It's, oh man, lots of questions. Hold on.
Oh, I got one that I would like to address.
Okay.
Will 3D animation be used?
Bioheterous Brony asks. Yes.
Well, I am the 3D animator, so a little bit.
Yes. Yeah. So that answers your question for you. Yes, there will be. It will not be utilized as in the characters will be 3D and stuff like that. They're not. No, that's characters are 2D still. What will be 3D is if anyone ever watched the 2003 Clone Wars series, they used a style of 3D animation called cell shading. And what that basically was is that you had your 3D model, and it was designed in the style of the show, and then it was shaded and colored in the style of the show as well. And so you would be able to utilize the 3D side by side with the 2D characters.
Like Jet Set Radio.
Yeah, and that's basically what we're going to do. We're going to use our 3D animation to, when we want to have like a complicated camera angle or something, and we can't like quite make a background to compensate for that. Like if we want to have like the camera dive and spin and like do all, like have the camera like, think of like the camera being a spaceship flying through all these twists and turns, where a 2D background would be hell to do that with. We would just build it in an area in 3D, cell shade it, and then make the camera do all that. On top of that, we'd also utilize it for, like, say we want to make a ship, do what I just said, like wacky and over the top, like spaceships, like twists and turns and all this cool. I don't know what the term for it is. All this artistic, I want to say. That's a wrong word for it. Just like all the crazy stuff you'd see a fighter pilot do.
Acrobatics.
Acrobatic, that's the word I'm looking for. Thank you. All these acrobatic ship flips and turns and twists. that'd be very hard to do with a 2D ship where hand-drawn animated. That'd be extremely hard even. So we would do it in a 3D software and just and export it with cell shading, and it'd still look like the original show, but it would still have all the stuff we would do. So that's what we're using for 3D animation. Whew. All right, I think I got all through the. A few of these questions now are coming up as I've previously answered, like the episodic versus serial. The random spider dude asks, are they going to be more episodic like the previous seasons, or are they going to be more serial? It starts off episodic, Monster of the Week, like the original series, and then eventually becomes serialized as the series progresses. Our fan-made series, at least. That sort of thing. All right, and. Wow, we have been going a long time already answering questions. All right, I'm going to throw out another goodie for the day. Again, we don't have as many as we did for Halloween, but we do have just a few. This is something that it's more of an asset, but that we made a while back, but it's still something to just goes on the something to appreciate for now. This is an
I thought
asset.
you were going to do the poster.
Yeah, I'm working on it. I want to get this done by the end of the day, at least. I hope it'll be done. Hopefully it'll be done in the last 30 minutes, in this last 30 minutes of the stream. But even if it doesn't, I want to get it done by the end of the day and release it. Because this is almost done. It's getting there. I just got to add the vignette. I got to add the teenage robot titles. It's going to go right here.
It's pronounced vignette, right?
Oh, am I saying that wrong?
So.
Yeah, that's my bad.
No,
Vignette. Sorry.
Vignette sounds like something you'd buy for your kitchen.
If you know me, I'm not very good at pronouncing things, and I'm not very good at spelling things without a spell check.
No,
I don't math, and
it's
I don't.
It's a new
words.
villain, Vignette.
Everyone pronounces his name Vignette, and he goes, "It's Vignette." All right.
It's canon now.
Yeah.
Vignette is a new villain.
All right, let me see if I can drag up. It's going to be a little bit difficult for me because I actually have to go into our production crew folder because I'm not on my I'm not on my new computer. I'm actually on my old computer right now because of just my location change. I'm going to find it under backgrounds, houses and rooms. Here we go. I'm just going to download that quick and show off an asset that we created for something we're working on. Well, of course, it's something we're working on. It's for the show, of course. But I want to show it off anyway because we brought up the topic of background. And, I mean, it's not much spoilers. It's something that we kind of had to do anyway. So it's downloading right now.
It's funny that I'm excited to see this, even though I've seen it all. It's like, what's it going to be?
Yeah.
I thought you were going to show off the stuff that I did for the ad.
No, we're not going to show any of that yet.
Not yet. Yeah, I want to make sure that's. I'll show off the ad when the ad's done, but we're working on an ad. But all right, so check it out. I'm gonna screen share this now. This is an entire background to Brad's room. It's another background. It's what I basically did when I was designing it. This is one that was done by me. Is that I took different backgrounds that appear in the show and I merged them all into one giant panorama. And now we can use this background in different situations. And you can actually zoom in really darn far with this.
Oh, I have a challenge for the audience. Can you spot the Easter egg since we talked
there's
about
already
Easter eggs earlier?
whoa, that popped up. Let me view actual size. Yeah, now here we have the actual size of the background. So this is how far we can zoom in with it and see that's actually really detailed. And that's basically what we do. We make the backgrounds pretty large in size, so when we put it in the animation sense, and
Oh dear, you're locked up again, don't you?
Okay, so it's not me. Nathan's been locking up, right?
Yeah.
Am I locking? Did I just lock up?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh.
you've been doing it a little bit.
Yeah, that's
okay.
just. I'm sorry. That's just my old computer. Where was I? What was I saying before I locked up?
Australia.
No, you
What?
were going over to the Brad's room.
Okay, I'll just start from square one, I guess. So this is a background that I made. When I made it so it's kind of like a panorama build of backgrounds that already appeared in Teenage Robot. Like this little thing appeared in No Harmony with Melody when Brad was getting ready. This background here, right here, appeared in the Future Shock. That's the name of the episode. This background over here also appeared in Future Shock as well as No Harmony with Melody. And so did the bed. It's just like I basically went in and threw out a bunch of episodes and I just took a look at what Brad's room looked like, and I just made a big panorama instead of individual backgrounds. So now we can just segment it as pertaining to what we need it for. And if I go to actual size, the view here to actual size, it'll bring it to this is how big it actually is. It's fairly large and detailed, so we can zoom in as pretty far. And the reason for that is so we can have close-up shots on the characters' heads, and the background will still be crisp clear. And it won't be like, if I go even further, it'll get all pixelated. Look there at the sky. You can see all that. You don't want that, so you want it to make the background as...
You're locking again.
As big as possible is what he's about to say.
I did find a good question. Someone said, will you ever be will you guys still stream even after the series is finally released?
I feel like we'd have a lot more viewers at that time.
Well, it would be cool if we discussed every episode, right? Like after everyone's had a chance to see it.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, we'd probably live stream a little bit. It really depends on which season's done. If season 4 is done and season 5 is not done, then yeah, we're still going to be keeping up our live stream. Once season 5 is done, it's safe to say that the live streams would definitely start to meander out because that's like, we're done.
Yeah, we go our separate ways. Mission accomplished.
Accomplished. We would still, of course, have a few live streams, just not as many as we do in production. But that's a long ways away, so no need to feel sad about that. That's a very long ways away.
You're going to be sick of us by the end of it.
You're not sick of us already.
And yep, everyone found the little Easter egg we hid in the background. Yeah. The Hey Arnold.
It's basically, that is because the reason why we did that is because if you look in the background of the original show, that the original Easter egg that they shoved in there was Mickey Mouse ears. And we didn't want to touch that with a 60-foot pole, that copyright claim. So we just traded it out for Arnold. Yep. So that being said, that is, I don't know what else to add to that. Did I miss any questions when I was going over the?
Let's see. Oh, here's a good one. Do you guys, by any chance, have merch from My Life as a Teenage Robot?
We aren't going to be producing merch.
No, I mean, I think you mean, did we buy any? Do we have any that we own?
Oh, I guess we can just go person to person. I have a few merchandise. I have the Teenage Robot sketchbook, and I constantly use that for reference when I'm designing characters and drawing backgrounds and stuff.
That's a thing you could buy? I might have to get that.
No,
yeah, that's it. I think it's still available. It's a Frederator's online shop, and I'm pretty sure you can still get it. You can also get T-shirts and stuff on Frederator's shop. It's all just like the logos and stuff. Teenage Robot. You can put it on like coats and hats and stuff. They have and mugs and stuff. They got a mouse pad. I have the Teenage Robot T-shirt that what do you call it? The Hot Topic released a few.
I found a good question. Will there be any Mina and the Count Easter eggs?
Don't.
Well, no, it's
I wasn't spoiling it, Nick. I was just asking the question.
No, it's not spoiling anything. It's not spoiling anything. It's not.
Yeah, so keep it shut.
There's nothing to spoil there. It's Easter eggs. There's a bunch of Easter eggs already for a bunch of shows. So I mean, if there might be a mean in the count Easter egg, if we find a good place for it, it's just like it's us like, hey, it'd be kind of funny if like it's kind of like the Arnold Easter egg. It'd be funny if this piece of paper had Arnold on it.
Yeah. But what I wanted to get at with the merch was how obsessed everyone was with the Hot Topic shirt when that was released. Like, there was a race for that one.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I was one of those unlucky ones who still didn't get it.
Yeah, me too. They didn't have my size.
Yeah, that sucked.
Yeah, I had the Hot Topic shirt that was released recently, and I also bought one a while ago on Redbubble where it's just the, the Jenny head logo.
Mm-hmm.
Except that one's weird because it's like the front is a visibly different fabric from the sleeves and the back. And it's like, I don't know, it just looks weird. I got the wrong kind, I guess.
Really, Kindle Hack? Really? Yelling don't spoil anything basically confirmed that is in fact in there?
Well, he's got a point. But like I said, there's nothing to spoil with me. There's nothing to spoil with Mean in the Count. For those who don't know, Mean in the Count was another Robin Zeddy cartoon that he made back when he was. First of all, he made it when he was in college, and I'm not a stalker. The only reason I know that is because
he originally made it in Cal Art. It was a concept he originally made in Cal Arts back in 1992, but then 3 years later, Cartoon Network picked it up for their show What a Cartoon. Then shortly after, it sort of had a little bit of a life on Nickelodeon's Oh Yeah Cartoons until it finished airing in 1999.
Yeah, but the only reason we know of the college thing and not just the What a Cartoon and Oh Yeah Cartoons fact is because Rob actually released his original short that he made back in Cal Arts.
And actually, here's actually something pretty weird. He actually released it roughly 3 weeks after I launched auditions. So if there is no connection, then this is one hell of a freaky coincidence.
Oh yeah, I think that's just coincidental.
Yeah, but pretty freaky. But I did contact him about it, and he was like, "Go for it, man."
Okay, but anyway, like I was saying before, there's nothing to spoil with Mina in the Count. We're doing Teenage Robot, and Mina in the Count is a completely separate other series. So that Robert Zeddy did. We're just doing Teenage Robot though.
And if you guys are interested in my project,
Shut
up, Nick. I was not spoiling it.
No, there's nothing. Again, there's nothing to spoil.
Next question, please.
Yes, there's nothing to spoil. I don't know why we're upset about spoiling things. There's nothing to spoil with Mean in the Count because we're not doing Mean in the Count.
I am.
All right.
I meant that.
Anyway.
Your mouth.
Anyway. Hey, when you guys start, and when we start drawing again, can we do non-Teenage Robot characters in the style of the show? Yeah, I'm up to that. We can. In fact, we're due for another drawing contest. We want to start one out. We want to do another drawing contest?
Sure.
All right, cool. It's funny how we label them as contests, but we don't really have a winner whenever we do it.
We're all winners.
Yeah. All right, so do you guys see my screen? No, you don't. I gotta reshare. Boopy boop. Okay, so we'll go down the line again for those who are. Cakeman, are you gonna participate for the drawing contest?
Sure thing.
All right, so Cakeman, you have to give a topic for Eric.
All right. Can we come back to me because I didn't know we were doing.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry if it's spontaneous. I'm just going down the line of what I see on my Hangout screen.
All right. I'll come up with something though.
Okay, Eric, you have to give a prompt to Jonas.
We're doing the non-Teenage Robot characters in the style of Teenage Robot.
You can if you want. You don't have to, but
we're doing the drawing prompt game.
Yeah, the drawing.
Oh, okay.
That can be a prompt if you want.
All right, why not? Jonas, you're going to draw Slimer from Ghostbusters in Teenage Robot style.
Slimer from Ghostbusters.
From Ghostbusters.
That sounds interesting. All right. All right. Jonas, you have to give a prompt to Sam. Are you participating in this? I don't know if you're participating.
I'm here.
Are you participating in the drawing contest?
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here.
Jonas, you got to give a prompt to Sam about the go.
All right. Draw. Ooh, that's a good one. Draw Darth Vader in the style of Teenage Robot.
Oh, I just heard it explode.
All
right. So I'm for those, if you guys are having trouble with coming with a prompt, I'm not talking to Jonas. Because I know he just went, but just in general, if anyone here is having a problem with coming with a prompt, the chat is exploding with prompt ideas. So.
Oh, all right. I have an idea, but let's see if there's a better one.
All right. So, moving down the line, Nick, I'm sorry, Sam, you have to give a prompt to Nick.
Damn, I had a pretty good one. All right. How about, since it is still the holiday season, how about you draw Jenny meeting Krampus?
Krampus. Ooh, that, for those who don't know, Krampus is a German anti-Santa Claus who punishes naughty children. All right.
He doesn't come to give.
Yeah.
That would be a good villain, actually, to go against Jenny.
Yeah, that'd be fun. If there wasn't a Christmas special already, we'd think about it.
And if Krampus was in it, I would probably be the writer. Lol.
Well, we all kind of contribute writing to the script.
Since I don't have,
anyway,
keep going.
You left camera, and guess what? I found a smaller sketchbook, so I can just.
You have to give a prompt to me.
Oh, and for everyone watching, look, high quality camera, and new microphone. Yay!
Nick, you have to give
it. Can what Green God's comment be the prompt to you, or is that already taken?
Which one was that?
The draw non-teenage robot characters in the art style of the show.
Oh yeah, you got to give me a character.
Winnie the Pooh.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
All right. That's gonna be difficult. All right, I got to draw Winnie the Pooh in the style of Teenage Robot. Ooh, that's gonna be real difficult trying to adapt that style. All right. So my prompt to Cakeman, because no one else has called it out yet. I saw it a while back and I love the idea. I want you to draw Vexus as if she were the Grinch.
Oh my God.
Man. All right. Awesome. I got one for Eric now.
Cool.
All right. Jenny joins a heavy metal band.
Oh, nice.
I like this.
So going down the line once more to remind
I like the sound of that.
Cakeman's prompt is to draw Vexus as if she were the Grinch. Eric's prompt is to draw Jenny as in a heavy metal band. Jonas is to draw Slimer from Ghostbusters in the style of Teenage Robot. Sam is to draw Darth Vader in the style of Teenage Robot. Nick is to draw Jenny fighting Krampus. And me I have to draw Winnie the Pooh in the style of Teenage Robot. And as the last time, I'm going to keep a close eye on the chat just to make sure I don't miss any questions. I probably will. Apologies in advance, but I'm just going to keep them up.
It's hard to draw and read at the same time.
Yes. So I'm going to keep them up side by side, and once we hit the 41-minute mark, we will begin. Go, and we'll stop at 51. Go.
All right.
Just as I was saying it, it switched. Okay.
On delay.
Oh
my gosh. Winnie the Pooh. What does he look like?
It's okay if you use reference a poo.
I gotta reference what the heck Winnie the Pooh looks like.
Wait, what am I drawing? I already forgot.
Jenny and a
Jenny
rat.
joins a heavy metal band.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Winnie the Pooh has. So, I'm still on dissolve. I need to be on normal. Winnie the Pooh has kind of a jutting out eyebrow, so I can kind of bring that into the style of Teenage Robot.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, this is gonna be great. I cannot wait to see your poo in Teenage Robot. Me, I'm just focusing on Jenny.
Oh man, this is just.
The fun of gesture drawing.
Very difficult trying to keep the style.
Good job, Nick. You stumped Nathan.
Oh man.
Do you want me to help you or not, Nate?
I'm good. I got my own prompt, and you got yours. I'm gonna check the chat box just a sec.
What if it's not hard to draw once you get used to drawing him for over 10 years?
Yeah, but it's in the Art Deco style. That's the
Transfer. It's the transfer that's difficult. It's got kind of a pear-shaped body at the bottom. Let's try. I'm gonna shrink it.
God damn it!
Sorry, I have more room to draw the body.
Enough with the whistling, please.
Let's see. We got kind of a. No.
okay.
This is not coming out good. Not coming out good at all.
How much time left?
You got
Not enough.
we got about 7 minutes left. So we got.
Oh, nice. All right, cool.
All right. Any questions? 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 Oh, yeah. Christian McLaughlin asks any upgrades to robot characters. Well, Jenny's gonna Jenny gets a few new weapons and stuff. I don't know if it's enough to call it a major upgrade, but she gets a few new weapons and new stuff here and there. I wouldn't call it like a super upgrade. Like Iron Man gets a new suit. It's like that's not that kind of upgrade, but gets a few new things. If it fits in the style of the character, we're usually in for adding it.
LaGrange's character looks freaking weird.
You.
Actually, this is a New Year's resolution I have, is to do more drawing because my drawing sucks.
Repetition.
Yep.
Pretty sure someone in the live stream is laughing. Is laughing. And I think I know who it is. Do it in the style of that.
Whoa, okay. Whoa.
Missed opportunity there. All right, let's do that.
Actually, no. Actually, something like this.
Oh yeah, lots of evil right here.
Yeah, Vexus would steal Christmas, wouldn't she?
Yeah.
And we're still looking for a voice actor, so please help us.
Sure are. I have a backup, but I would really prefer not to use the backup.
Yeah.
We should make some promotional art that's like a milk carton with Vexus on it.
Yeah, that
Have
would
you
be.
seen me?
You seen my voice?
That'll be something. I've never been cleated yet. I've never been cleated yet. Never been cleated yet.
Wasn't there a show that lost their voice actor and every time the person tried to talk, they like interrupted them? Was that something that happened?
I can't. I remember there is. I don't know about that one. I know a few shows that lost their voice actor and had different ways of dealing with it. When Avatar lost Mako with Uncle Iroh, they found a replacement voice actor, but they didn't like instantly put him in a show. They like literally postponed him from talking for like half of season 3, which is like he completed season 2, and then season 3 is when they needed to find a new voice actor. So they like cut Uncle Iroh's lines for the majority of season 3 and didn't have him speak until like halfway through the series. So the audience had a little bit of time to not hear the voice and hear it side by side sort of way. When South Park lost the voice to their chef character,
Isaac
They
Hayes.
killed him off.
yeah, they went, and when they killed him off, they did it in the South Park tradition. They did it in an over the top way, and they used the character and built new lines out of what he said in the past. Of course, it was completely obvious, and that was the joke. It was so obvious that they were doing that.
Yeah, I'm sure that voice actor loved that.
No, he was.
Did he get paid for those lines since they reused them, or?
I would be surprised. Maybe his family got paid because he passed away.
Oh, I thought they fired him.
They did.
No.
That's what happened first, and then
Actually, he quit South Park.
well, yeah, that's true. That's true. I'm sorry. He quit, and then later on he died. But they wanted to wrap up his character, and so that's what they did.
Ugh.
But yeah, as for our character, our Vexus, I would really like to avoid not using my backup. I do have a backup, and I will ask if I need to about our backup. But I would like to avoid using our backup if possible, because I don't think they'd be very well. But hey, I mean, desperate times come to desperate measures. But hey, if you have a voice that sounds like Vexus,
Please help us.
send it in.
Help
Dial
us.
1-800 Vexus, please.
And Tuck.
.org.
Tuck is also in need. Tuck and Vexus are our big characters who are left. We have a few little more side characters that are left still that we need to cast, but Tuck and Vexus are the big ones that we have to get done.
Get about it at work. What's it called?
Nathan, time's up.
Oh, time's up. Ah, time's up. All right.
Ah.
There. Race. Okay, so I'll go down the line again.
Here, take your
Where am I,
pictures.
window?
Take your
Where am I, window?
freaking pictures.
Easy, calm. We're not there yet. All right, starting with Cakeman, we have. That's wonderful. I love it. I think did Vexus have? No, it was Tiff that had a Grinch smile moment. And that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
I like it.
That makes me wish Vexus had a Grinch smile moment in the show. That was because remember Tiff had one in Victim of Fashion. She totally had a Grinch smile, but that's good. I love that. All right, going to Eric.
Okay, I got Jenny as a member of KISS. Not quite done with it.
Yeah, just sketching it. That's okay.
Yep.
It was only a 10-minute sketch anyway, so that's fine. All right, we have Jonas. That's pretty good. That's Slimer in the style of Teenage Robot. And
That looks like one of those rock trolls.
Yeah, I think he used the rock monsters as reference.
Oh wow,
that's pretty good.
Thank you.
Cool. And now I'll go to Sam with the Darth Vader. Not bad. Not bad at all. With a teenage, it's the mask in the Teenage Robot style. Not bad.
It sucks.
All right. Going to Nick, we have Krampus with Jenny. Hey, not bad. Not bad again.
Krampus the gnome.
Yeah, he looks like a gnome. That's okay.
It wasn't the overall design I was expecting though, but whatever.
I think it's going off of the more Krampus in disguise look than his demonic normal form. Because he has that disguise. He has the disguise form where he wears the Santa Claus mask and the Santa hat to hide his horns. That sort of thing. So it might just be going off that. That's okay though. And then I drew Winnie the Pooh in Teenage Robot style.
You tried! You absolutely tried! This is what Pooh looks like in
I tried, but
it's not.
He's just looking at you like
it's hard to blend.
He's like, what the heck is wrong with me? I don't look like anything like that.
Anyway,
stuff and fluff.
Anyway, it's hard to fuse specifically Disney characters that aren't human into Teenage Robot style, because a lot of the times the characters we're talking about, such as Pooh, have a very specific head shape and body shape and stuff that's very hard to preserve when you're simplifying it to Teenage Robot style.
Mm-hmm.
When it's a human character,
Green Glad.
When it's human characters, it's a little easier because it's a human. You base it off of any human you want. But when it's a different cartoon character with a specific design, like Shere Khan from the Jungle Book, that's a specific head shape that you got to transfer over to get it correctly. Another specific one would be like not Ariel from The Little Mermaid, but say Sebastian. That'd be very hard to transfer to Teenage Robot because you'd have to like simplify the head shape and the body shape to Teenage Robot while at the same time preserving the basic shape to make it so, hey, look, it's Sebastian. That's where it's difficult. That's why I was having so much trouble, because I had trouble preserving the overall shape of Winnie the Pooh while trying to make a Teenage Robot. Anyway, so yeah, we have about 5 minutes left in the stream, so I think I'll just keep on the sake of answering more questions here.
I have a little surprise on my end later, but
okay.
I'll reveal it to the end. So,
no problem. That being said, are there any other questions in these last 5 minutes? I'll take care of one that I can already predict. Yes, the poster will be released later today. I just got to fine-tune it and add all the nice little detailed brush strokes and stuff like that. It'll come. It's almost done. I just got to color correct it a little bit, add some details on the buildings. The brush strokes are already coming in. It's all last minute stuff that I got to wrap up. The majority of it's already done. So, other than the poster stuff, is there any other questions?
Here's a good one. Do you guys plan on releasing some sneak peek clips on the show?
Yes.
Ooh, that sounds something.
Yes. As animation proceeds, and we've finalized some stuff. Definitely, we're going to be having sneak peeks in there where it's excuse me. I'll have some few sneak peeks here and there.
of individual clips. Non-spoiler, of course, non-spoilers, but just a few sneak peeks here and there. The poster will be up.
Yeah, it's not likely you like waiting, but
yeah, the poster. I don't know. YT asks. Oh, I'm sorry. No, Mina Mandy asks where to find the poster. The poster will be uploaded on the public Discord and on Facebook and on probably DeviantArt too. But I should probably open up a Deviant account for the actual show because I've always been uploading stuff on my account on DeviantArt. Maybe I should.
You can start a group.
yeah, start like a production crew group or something.
There is already a group actually on DeviantArt already, but
I'm a little hurt I wasn't invited.
Oh, it's not production crew only though. It's
okay.
It's just a Teenage Robot group that has rebooted attached to it. All right. But yes, you'll be able to find the poster definitely on the Discord, Facebook, and my DeviantArt account, and I'll upload it to the Teenage Robot Rebooted Deviant account too. I'm not account. Excuse me.
Facebook and all that.
The Teenage Robot Rebooted group. I'll upload it on my account and I'll share it with the group on DeviantArt. I will also upload it to Facebook and possibly Twitter and on the Discord, Teenage Robot Rebooted public Discord. That's where you'll be able to find the poster. Anyway, my DeviantArt profile name, I mean, if you want to check it out, I mean, I guess I'll just type it in. I'm there. That's my profile name. I upload a few Teenage Robot stuff here and there. But the group itself is called, I'm looking up the group right now. Looking up the group,
I really like that. I really like the Jonas's thing.
Here we go.
Oh, maybe we do something based on ghosts.
Here we go. Right there. That is the group.
What group?
The DeviantArt group that we upload a few ever so often.
I can't get
DeviantArt.
I just sent the link to it. I just went to the link and it just gave me an error.
An error? That's kind of weird.
Look, hold on.
Yeah, it's a 404.
What? I just copied the link word for word.
You liar!
That's my phone. Hold on. Shut up.
Very professional.
All right, shut it up. Sorry. That's just telling me it's 6 o'clock on my end.
Ah.
Well,
all right, let me try again because that was weird. I don't know why it didn't copy the whole link over. Copy. Paste. Try again.
Isn't it exactly the same link? Let's see.
I don't know. It's like maybe copy and paste it in your
Stop lying to us.
Copy and paste it in your web browser. Don't click it.
Okay, let's try that.
As a side note, your group is also on your DeviantArt page.
Still doesn't work.
Yeah, Google, just tell people to Google it. Google my MLaaT, My Life as a Teenage Robot rebooted for DeviantArt. The best way to go, right?
That is so weird. I don't know why it won't do that. It's like...
So if you look up here at the top of Nate's page, there's a little thing called groups. And here is my little my life as a teenage robot.
Yeah, I guess maybe if you Google I'm gonna Google it. MLaaTR rebooted.
Oh, Raven Boy got it to work somehow.
DeviantArt. That's so weird how it doesn't pop up. All right, well, I guess it exists. So if you look up Teenage Robot Rebooted on DeviantArt, you'll eventually find it. So
I can't. Apparently, the link isn't working very well, even though that's the exact link that you would find in the web browser when you click on the group. That's really weird. But the Discord link, people are asking for the Discord link. Let me drag that out.
Discord is money.
Our Teenage Robot Discord link is... edit channel. No, that's not edit channel. It is share, create instant invite, link, set link to never expire. Well, I guess we don't have to set it to never expire because this stream is going to end soon. All right. This is the link to the public Discord. And
Any chance of doing a rhyme episode like Encourage the Cowardly Dog?
hold on, I locked up. I can't do anything right now. My Google Chrome app just locked up. Just give it a second.
I guess I'll answer this the best I can. No plans yet, but you know, season 5 is completely open, so there's a possibility. If we get a really good idea, maybe. All right.
Okay, I think I'm not locked up anymore. Okay, I'm gonna ask you these last few questions, and then we will wrap up this stream. So let's see.
Have we kind of talked in general about our progress in production? Are we revealing any of that?
We talked it really briefly at the beginning. We're in mid voice recording stages right now. We're about halfway through season 4, recording everything. We have a ways to go, but we're getting there. We're going to be kicking off into storyboards, animatics, and animation. And along those lines, as the animation gets finalized and stuff like that, we'll release clips and stuff that aren't spoiler-ish and aren't enough to be like spoil the episode. It'll just be like brief clips here and there to show progress and stuff like that. And possibly if we have enough animation done, a trailer, an official trailer, not a teaser trailer like last time. That sort of thing. I don't know what that was about, but all right. But
yeah, he's just coughing. I don't see what the problem is.
Yeah, for those who don't know, the teaser trailer is not an official trailer, and that the difference between a teaser and an official trailer is the teaser trailer uses imagery that may or may not be in the final product. Meaning, most teaser trailers are just imagery to set the mood and set the tone of and set the idea of what it's going to be. Like, it's our teenage robot. It's going to be action.
You're locked up again.
Yeah.
Why? He's trying to explain something. What do you guys?
I locked up. Okay, I'm back. Okay.
I don't want to know. You guys don't want to
Where
know
was
the
I?
dark side of the teenage robot fandom. Trust
What
me,
was-
I've been there.
What was the last thing I said before I locked up?
Something about action.
Okay, so the teaser trailer. It was going to be. It gave off the tone that it was the teenage robot reboot. It's going to be action packed. It's going to be in the style of the original show. It gave out that style, that tone. That's the tease. It's not. We are not going to have a moment where Jenny's going to be diving after a bomb, going to be disarming it before it hits the ground. That was just for the teaser trailer.
That's not going to be a thing in the actual show. The official trailer, when that rolls out, though, will use official clips and imagery from the actual episodes. And that's the difference between a teaser trailer and an official trailer. Like, you can compare that to actual teaser trailers and official trailers out there. You will see the difference where teaser trailers usually don't use actual imagery, while official trailers do use actual clips and stuff. That's usually the case. There's some exceptions, of course, but that's usually the case. All right. I'm sorry I kept locking up the stream. That's just my old computer here. Because
yeah,
again,
he's back home for a little while.
Yeah, I'm back home for the holidays. All my normal equipment is up back where I'm usually at. Like I said, I moved back home for the holidays, and I will be moving back up to where I am normally at come the end of the month. Not the end of this month, the end of next month. So, yeah. That being said, if there's no other characters to talk about, or nothing else to talk about the reboot, not seeing any questions. So, thank you guys for tuning in to our New Year's Eve live stream. I hope you guys.
I want to show you guys something.
I mean, is it a teenage robot?
I don't think
It's a teenage robot.
Oh, too late.
Okay, well.
This is our This is what we're.
Teenage robot. But okay, so sorry about that, but we gotta stick to the rules. Teenage robot only. So that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy New Year, whatever you celebrate out there.
Almost all of those are over.
All right. Irony. Well,
retroactively happy.
Happy New Year, guys. I know that's not over. Happy Chinese New Year, whatever you celebrate.
Groundhog's Day.
Yeah.
Arbor Day.
And you know what? How about Merry Christmas for 2018. I'm sorry, 2018. I got it. Gotcha. All right, whatever.
Got you covered for the next couple of years.
Yep. See you guys.
Nice try.
See ya. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Later.